What is up guys, Media Review Mike here. So, recently I uploaded a video where I talked about every single season of the Total Drama series, and I had a lot of fun doing it, quite honestly. I really like this franchise. If you couldn't tell, I know I did a lot of complaining in that video, but it's easier to talk about the negatives than it is the positives, and we've got to acknowledge the good things as well. And I thought I would talk about one of my favorite aspects of one of my favorite seasons, which is Total Drama World Tour's musical numbers. Now, cartoon musicals generally suck, especially ones targeted at, you know, a younger demographic. Almost all of the Total Drama World Tour songs are complete hits. Most of them are really good. Like with anything, there are always going to be duds, but a lot of them are surprisingly good. And so I thought we'd continue with this lovely tier listing trend that isn't dead at all, and we'd rank all of the Total Drama World Tour songs. So let's do that, shall we? Before we jump into it, let's just go through the tiers, shall we? We've got the absolute best songs. Self-explanatory. Great songs, the good songs, the okay songs, the weak songs, and then the most awful songs. So let's jump into it, shall we? Why dilly-dally? First, we've got Come Fly With Us. What a great song.
Up, 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 up.
Sing, 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 sing.
We're flying and singing. We're flying and singing.
It's so good. I'm trying to use the absolute best songs sparingly. I don't want to have too many in the absolute best songs. Ideally, I'd only have 3. Honestly. I think that this song is great. Come Fly With Us is the first song in the series, and it's also one of the best in that the characters actually feel like they're making it up as they go, which is the intention, because they specify in the show, Chris specifies that there'd be no warning, there'd be no vocal coaches, and there'd be no practice whatsoever, basically. And obviously the voice actors have some level of auto-tuning. It's pretty unnoticeable. The only reason I know that is because I've listened to the studio versions where they don't have any editing and it sounds... it's not amazing. But I think that just goes to show how good that the editing on it is, because they managed to convince a lot of people that the main singers are actually really good when they're not bad, but they're not, you know, amazing. Aside from Courtney. Courtney's voice actress is a legitimate, like, professional singer, and it baffles me that they didn't have her leading more songs. That baffles me, but, you know. This is also the only time we ever get to hear Ezekiel sing properly. The only time Ezekiel gets to sing other than in this one is when he ruins the next song, which is It's Lovin' Time. This song is pretty okay. It's fine. It's not amazing. It's decent. What else do you want me to say? The premise of getting these teenagers to try and encourage scarab beetles to frickety frack each other instead of killing them is pretty funny. It's just unfortunate that the reprise they do in part 2, which is It's Rowing Time, it's worse. Now, I don't know if I'm going to put it in okay or weak. It's tricky, because the song isn't bad, but I think for the sake of some diversity, you know, making sure that all of the songs aren't in just the one column, I'll put it in the weak. However, I'm subject to change my mind. Next we've got, Before We Die. Great song. This is, great or good? Great or good? I would say good. You know what? No, I'm going to put it in great. You know, it's a great song. It's a great song. It was one of my favorites when I first watched it. So it gets brownie points for that. This song is about all the contestants being shoved out of a plane and falling to their deaths. And they're all singing about what they wanted to do before they die. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think what really makes it for me is how, like, nonchalantly they're singing it. Because they're falling to their deaths, and they're basically just being forced to sing. I think that's just funny. I don't think that it's lyrically one of the best. You know, maybe I will keep it in good. I'm going to keep it in good. We've already got something in great. We'll keep it in good. I'll probably change my mind afterwards. I'm very indecisive. Next, we've got Stuck to a Pole. I know that a lot of people like this one. I'll put it in okay. It's kind of an issue when your lead singer has her tongue stuck to a pole. And, you know, if you haven't seen the episode, do so, but in this one, Bridget is tricked by Alejandro into kissing a pole in, they're in Canada, somewhere cold. And then she gets her tongue stuck to a pole. And then the Amazon team shows up, and they also sing with her. And it's okay. The backing track is good. It's one of the more generic sounding ones. There's nothing uniquely Canadian about it, but I also think they show up in Canada like 3 times, so there's that. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think it's bad enough to put it in weak, but it's not really good enough to go in good. This one, oh, the New York song.
What's not to love about New York City? The taxis honk out a New York ditty. The crime is high, the pigeons fly. What's not to love about New York?
The first half of the song is really good. The opening with Courtney and Lindsay singing, that's really good. It sort of takes a break with the dance break where they can make fun of Lashana for being a bad dancer, because they don't do that enough in this show. And then that sort of kills a lot of the momentum, and then they go back to it. And, you know, it sort of picks up again. So, I don't think I'm going to put it in the absolute best, but I will put it in great. But I don't think it tops Come Fly With Us. Actually, I didn't think about that. Which is better, Love and Time or Stuck to a Pole? I think Stuck to a Pole is better than It's Love and Time. Okay, so I've just zoomed in a little bit so I can actually see. This one's Baby. This is Harold's, not solo, but pretty much solo, from one of the Aftermath specials where he sings about how hot Lashana is, and it's really not good. It's not very good at all. This song is how I think a lot of people thought all the music would be when it was announced the world tour would be a musical. It's very much not good. They're parodying boy bands, but it's really not a good parody. It feels really poorly mixed. And I don't think Harold's voice actor, he's not bad at singing or anything. He's just not really pleasant to listen to, in my opinion. No offense to the guy. Like, the voice is good. Harold's voice actor is great. I just don't think it lends himself to a pleasant sounding musical number. And then we've got I'm Sorry, which is Bridget's apology song to Jeff for cheating on him, which he gets over pretty quickly, if you ask me. I mean, if my girl cheated on me on international TV, I don't know, man. Like, she'd be gone. Like, I'm not putting up with that. I don't know if it's weak or okay. I'm gonna put it in okay. In fact, I'm even gonna put it above Love and Time. Just because Bridget's got a really nice singing voice. And while it's not amazing, it's not bad either. I do think that Stuck to a Pole is a bit better, though. Next, we've got, Incline. Yeah, this one's pretty bad. I don't like this one. I've never liked this one. It's not an original song. It takes a German-sounding song. I think it's like a Mozart song. I don't know. I'm uncultured. I'm not a musician. And it's just not very good, if you ask me. Then we've got the Amazon rap. This is another one I don't really like, so I'll probably put it in the week. Then we've got the Paris song. I don't know which I hate more. So, if you've seen my previous video, you'll know that Sierra is my least favorite character in World Tour and one of my least favorite characters in the show. Because her entire thing is just sexually harassing Cody. And that's just played for laughs throughout the entire season, which is kind of cringe, not really the play in my opinion. And her song is her just, like, singing about how hard done by she is. Because she fell in love with a guy she had never met on TV, and then is shocked to find out that he doesn't love her back. I get that she was never like they revealed at the end of the episode. I wasn't really mad at him. I was just playing hard to get. I don't buy that. That feels like such like a last minute fix. Because throughout the entire episode, she's been purposefully throwing the challenge for her team. Just to spite Cody. And when Cody tries to make it up to her, she's still rejecting it. Like, there's playing hard to get, and then there's being just completely ridiculously I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't like the song. At the same time, I think that it sounds nicer than Baby. So really, it really depends on which I'm more passionate about. My dislike of Sierra as a character, or how bad Baby is. And considering I'm ranking songs, I will put it above Baby. But just know, I do dislike this song more for what it represents, but it's the more well put together song, and that's what we're ranking here. But it's still the second worst song, easily. Sea Shanty, absolute banger.
Heading down to Newfoundland, that rocky eastern shore.
I'll have the shrimp mussels caught in the lobster thermidor.
What a great song. Sea Shanties with the boys, pirate mode, let's go. Sea Shanties is so good. I really like the Newfoundland episode. It's a really good one. Alejandro is sadistically evil, but no one catches on except Heather. Oh, I love this song. It's so good. It's a sea shanty. There is no such thing as a bad sea shanty. Sea shanties are based. Let's go. Pirate mode. And then we've got my Izzy. Oh, this song breaks my heart.
I miss the way Izzy said hello by hoofing me in the Kiwis.
This is a great song. Owen's voice actor is really, really good. According to Christian Potenza, who voices Chris, he's referred to Owen's voice actor as one of the most talented voice actors he's ever met. Because the voice, I have never met someone who can do a good impression of Owen, because it's such a specific and well done voice. And it's not an amazing singing voice, but unlike Harold, it's still pleasant to listen to. It just sounds like a person who doesn't really sing, but still sort of has a nice voice to him in a way. But this song, he's singing about Izzy and how they broke up, and Izzy and Owen's relationship is one of those that are more played for laughs than anything, but I love Owen. I used to love Izzy. I don't think she's as funny as I used to. She was more sort of like, I think she appealed to my younger sensibilities when she was sort of like XD, random, so crazy sort of humor, but she's still funny. Seeing them break up's really sad, but, you know, it's probably for the best, considering she's kind of nuts. Then we've got Save This Show. It's fine. It's just, the Aftermath special where they're singing about how they need to raise 500 grand to save the characters out of Jamaica. And then we've got Sisters. I used to really like this one. I don't anymore. I don't know. You know, okay, it's probably better than the Amazon song. I don't know. I don't love the animation because Lashana's dancing obviously is cringy. It's meant to be the point, but it's still not pleasant to watch. I don't know. It's not really my thing. I'm not a huge rap guy. I don't know if I'd really describe this song as rap, but it's got sort of like a hip-hop rap sort of. Can you tell I'm not a music critic? Like, I'm no Anthony Fandangles, alright? I'm not into this sort of thing, but it's just not really my thing. It's fine. It's not fine. It's not great, but it could be worse. Oh, let's go. Strip Them Down. Easy S tier.
It's creepy how they stand there and don't even blink. I don't want to see his bum all naked and pink.
I don't know if I prefer it to yes I do. I prefer it to Sea Shanty. Strip the Guard, I love. It's such a funny song. They wrote a song about stripping down an old man to find a clue hidden in their clothes. And it's such a good song. I don't even really care when Sierra tries to strip Cody, because at least she thinks it was consensual. If you don't know what I'm referring to get Sierra to strip the guard, they stick Cody's face on the guard and tell Sierra to strip him, even though she's standing right next to Cody. I don't know, man. You know, that's somehow one of the less creepy things she does, because in her mind, that's actually Cody, and according to Gwen, fake Cody is asking her to strip him. So at least she thinks it's consensual. That's better than it's better than her doing it to him while he's sleeping, which is something that happens regularly. Also, the Noah bit, whenever I didn't talk nearly, I didn't mention Noah at all in my tier list video. Noah is a banging character. He is so good. More Noah. I'm so glad they brought him back in the Redonkulous race. I didn't really talk much about Redonkulous race at all, but the All-Stars team, Noah and Owen, one of the best things. His relationship with the sister team, so good. I love that aspect of the show. And I love that he gets a good ending, but there's still room to do him, like, have more interactions with him further. But if not, he's still got a pretty good ending. That also became a meme. That bit where Noah and Owen are pointing to Tyler, that became a meme. Appreciate that. Greek mix.
I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking it too.
I'm not sure what you're thinking, so maybe that's true.
I thought that song was called Going for the Gold, but okay. I think it's probably better than Oh Izzy, but I don't love, because Duncan's voice actor is really good at singing. Or at least it sounds really good. I haven't actually heard the studio version of this song. The issue I take is that this song centers around the Duncan-Gwen Courtney love triangle that I hate. Duncan cheating on Gwen is BS, guys. I don't know why they did that. They made Trent a lunatic in action, which I also didn't talk about. I should have. I probably should have written down my thoughts. I was just winging it. But they made Trent a lunatic so they could break up him and Gwen, so that they could imply that Gwen and Duncan have a thing for each other, so that they can bring Courtney back, have her be jealous, completely wreck her character, and then they can justify it when they end up cheating on Courtney, and then Courtney stoops to an all-time low, and then neither of them end up with Duncan, because by All-Stars, Gwen breaks up with Duncan! They butchered Duncan's character. They put Duncan through the freaking ringer, also that they can have Courtney and Gwen be friends in All-Stars. Duncan and Courtney supremacy. Basic Straining is my favorite episode in Ireland, man, because I love seeing Duncan and Courtney interact. It's sort of the opposites attract thing. And look, yeah, Courtney's definitely in the wrong with the relationship. I don't know if I'd go as far as to call her abusive, but they're definitely not meant to be together, because she's kind of nuts whenever she thinks she's starting to lose Duncan. But, well, she's possessive, I guess is a better way of putting it. And she's selfish, and Duncan probably could have done better, but I don't know why they took that route. They should have just kept them how they were in Ireland. No one would have complained. Boyfriend kisser.
I thought she was my friend, but now it's time to diss her. Sure, we had some fun times, but I'm not gonna miss her now.
Good music. I hate listening to them dunk on Gwen, because I like Gwen. At least this is a song where we get to hear Courtney sing properly, but it just sucks that they're singing a song that isn't great in my opinion. Shear the Sheep. It's fine, I guess. It's alright. It kind of sucks that they just sort of went for a generic rock sort of song. Out of all the things you could have parodied about Australian music, that's what you went with? Yeah. I don't know, man. We Built Gwen's Face. This is another banger.
They're way ahead, so we've got to go. We've got to build something to sail, something we can row. It doesn't have to be a boat, as long as it stays afloat. Oh, why did we build Gwen's Face?
Probably better than Sea Shanty. I think this is a lot of people's favorite. I don't think I'd call it my favorite. But it's a very funny song. It's obviously an homage to the Swedish band ABBA. I don't know if you've heard of them. But they're just singing about how Cody built their boat into Gwen's face. It's a great song. It's just good. Like, it's just amazing. It's so good. There'll be a link in the description. Listen to these songs. Like, if you haven't seen Total Drama World Tour, if you're one of those sickos who just watched the first 2 seasons and none of the other ones, watch World Tour. It's amazing. I do somewhat regret putting it in the like category in my tier list. The reason I did was because I wanted to better portray that Redonkulous Race was good. Not because it was necessary, because I prefer World Tour to Redonkulous Race. But the reason I put it higher is because it was doing something new and it worked. They took a risk and it paid off. And I liked that they were trying to deviate from the formula instead of just doing the same old. That's why I put it higher. But in hindsight, I should have put World Tour in Love. And I should have put it above Redonkulous Race. Nothing will ever top Island. I know a lot of people think World Tour is the best season. I don't agree. I think that Island is the best because it's the best Survivor parody, and the characters are at their best. There are no arcs in Island that I dislike. Even though there are issues with Island, you know, the pacing can be a bit weird. I think the atmosphere of Island is significantly better. Actually, this is somewhat relevant because we're talking about music. In Island, they have a lot less music. With the later seasons, they're always playing some dramatic song in the background, even if it's not really appropriate. And I don't really like that. What I think makes Island so good atmospherically is how little music there is, because it just makes it feel like, you know, you're there. Her real name isn't Blanley. This is a pretty good one. I don't know if I would put it above Greek Mix. I think I'll put it below Greek Mix. You know, Blanley is one of the worst characters. They should have brought Noah back. Come on. Why did they bring Blanley into the series? They should have brought Noah back. It's Boulder Dash. And then Blanley's got her song.
Blainerific is my name. Dishing dirt is my game. Invading your TV with my Blainelicious brain.
I don't actually mind this one. I think, yeah, I'd put that one just below Before We Die. Obviously, Blanley's not a likable character, but seeing all the characters just dunk on her is pretty funny. And you know, Duncan and Owen in the coffee shop, I don't know why, I just love that. Like, I just love seeing Duncan and, like, the bros, like, the Guys Alliance. I love seeing them interact. I don't think that we really got enough interactions post-Island with Duncan and the Guys Alliance. Like, what happened to that? Like, Duncan interacts with Owen in action, but he never interacts with DJ. He never really interacts with Jeff. We never really see them interact. Kinda sucks. Oh. Next, we've got a Chinese lesson.
A little Chinese lesson for you. Man Manchi means enjoy your meal.
We got too many bad ones. I don't know where to put them. I don't want Paris to be the third worst, but I also hate this song. First of all, I really, really hated Chris's costume when I was younger. I thought it was terrifying. Also, the song itself just isn't good. I'm putting it at the worst. It really is. It is just the worst song. I like the Chinese episode. It's good, except for the love tea crap. I freaking hate Sierra. But this song, it's not good. It's just not. Most of, you know, all of it is just sort of talk singing, which is lame. And it's just repetitive, and it's just the same thing 4 times over. It's not great. Wake Up. This one, it's alright. I'll put it, I think I'll put it at the top of, no, I'll put it in the second good. It's pretty good. It's just sort of the characters coming out of their comas or tranquilized, induced sleeping state, I guess. It's fine. It's alright. Not much to say about it. Unlike with Condor, which is a banger.
I'm tall, I'm tan, I'm young, I'm handsome. I'm coming to bring back your wee ones. So hush my sweet Condor, let me win this one, please.
Condor's a great song. It's one of the only times we really get to hear Cody sing. The whole, like, everybody has to sing in each episode rule isn't really enforced, so we don't really hear Cody sing very often. We also don't really hear Izzy sing much, or most of the characters don't really sing, is my point. Which is fine, because, like, fitting in so many characters into a song is unrealistic. I just don't think they ever should have specified that all contestants must sing in each show. It would have made more sense to just find a different reason for Duncan to quit in the first episode. Use the excuse that he's contractually obligated to be in the series, but he won the million last season, because Beth winning didn't actually happen. I refuse to accept that that happened. And that he doesn't want to stay on the show because he's already made his million and he has no reason to continue doing this show. So he gets himself kicked off or something. I don't know, man. I'm not a writer. You could figure something out there without needing to have this weird rule that is just never applied throughout the rest of the season. Except with DJ, but... Oh, this is how we will end it. This is another really good one.
I left Bridget stuck to a pole, robbed Lashana of a fabulous soul, made even Courtney lose control. Now I'm gonna leave you wedged up in a hole.
The last few songs of the series, there are only a couple of characters left, so a lot of them center around Alejandro and Heather. Cody and Sierra are off doing their thing. You know, Cody's out getting harassed, Sierra's out being a nutcase, and Alejandro and Heather are just bitching. They're constantly at war. It's great. It's very entertaining. Very epic, and this song is sort of the culmination of that. And it's great. And then we've got Who You Gonna Root For.
Who you gonna root for? Who's it gonna be? Is it Heather, Alejandro, or will you pick Cody?
Which is a song from the Aftermath special where they're deciding whether the Peanut Gallery, the oft contestants, will want to support Heather, Alejandro, or Cody in the final three. And it's pretty okay. I'll probably put it at the top of okay. Harold's rapping is fine. It's alright. It's better than Baby. I just don't have very much to say about it. However...
Rockin' it Hawaii style, surfing down this magic mile, hoping I don't get burned by the lava that's a-flying.
Oh, I'm winning this is my favorite. Even though I don't think it's the best. Courtney singing, love it. Harold singing is the most tolerable it's ever been. Owen unintentionally making Blanley's life terrible is hilarious. This is my favorite song. It just is. Sorry to spoil it, but it's my... actually, wait. I just remembered what the next song is. Oh! I can't put them at joint first. Okay, I'm gonna make it below it. Just because in I'm gonna make it, and this is really, really picky, but I'm picking between two fantastic songs here, so you've got to be nitpicky. Only because I think Sierra and Cody's bit in I'm gonna make it isn't great. However, in I'm gonna make it, we have Heather and Alejandro at each other's throats. It's like the inverse of This Is How We Will End It. Because in exchange for saving Heather, Alejandro forces her to promise that she won't vote for him. And then she does. And he's found that out, because he's a little snake. And now they're at each other's throats. But it's a race for the final three. It's just so good. Oh, final two, rather. So good! The tango bit on the train, where they're dancing in the hail. So good. I love that song so freaking much. It's just not better than I'm winning this. And then finally, we've got Versus.
My ladies, please head straight, that's it. You're doing great. Search through that wood, too sweet. Find me some giant feet.
I think I noted this as one of the better songs, but it's okay. I don't know. I think what it lacks in originality, because it is a bit repetitive, it makes up for in symbolism, because Alejandro's voice is extremely noticeably auto-tuned, and a lot of people believe that that's the show trying to have subtlety and subtext, something later seasons wouldn't have. But it's showing that Alejandro's fake facade is starting to melt away, and you can hear how fake and phony he is, as represented by the auto-tuning. Big brain. And then that's all of them. That's all of them. So now we have to decide, is there anything I disagree with myself? I'm winning this. Best song. Second best. I'm gonna make it. Yeah. Strip the Guard. Absolutely. Built Gwen's Face. Now, I think maybe these two are fairly interchangeable. I think I'll put Gwen's Face above Strip the Guard. I think that's fair. I'm listening to the songs again. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have just reevaluated my decisions. So, I'm winning this is staying where it is, as well as I'm gonna make it. I am gonna bump, strip them down up a little bit. I'm also going to bump Sea Shanty Mix up, and the only thing I'm a little bit torn between, and this is how we will end it in Condor. I'm probably gonna put Condor over it. Interestingly, Condor has one of the only times I actually thought Sierra was good. I thought her singing in that was good. I thought, you know, having her be more determined because she's a mother now, because she has a bird that looks like Cody. I thought that was pretty funny. Come Fly With Us, I think is good where it is. New York is good. Oh My Izzy, I think The Great is pretty good how it is. Before We Die, Wake Up, Blainerific, Greek Mix, and A Real Name Isn't Blainely. I think that's pretty solid. I think I'll bump I'm Sorry over Stuck to a Pole. I know I said the opposite earlier, but in reflection, actually being able to hear Bridget sing properly probably makes it a bit better. And then I think the rest of it is probably fine. Rowan Time, Sisters,
Amazon
Rap, and Boyfriend Kisser, I think that's pretty good how it is. And then Incline, Paris in the Springtime, Baby, and A Chinese Lesson, consistently bad. If I could put a joint last, I would probably just have these all tied for dead last, because they're all pretty much as bad as each other. I just dislike them for different reasons. I dislike Chinese Lesson because it sounds really bad. I dislike Baby because, well, not only does it sound bad, it's just got like the least effort put into it, if you ask me. They're not even really singing. Like, the singing in Chinese Lesson is the same way Cardi B sings, in that it's both just sort of talking over a backing track, but you're putting some sort of inflection in your voice so you can kind of pass it off as singing. But anyone with actual taste won't like it. Baby is just a bad parody, and it just doesn't sound good. At least they're actually singing in it. Paris in the Springtime is solely about Sierra and her stupid crush on Cody that is dumb. And I hate it. I hate this show. It's my least favorite show. I've actually been lying the whole time. When I said that I loved it, I've been lying. I hate it. It's my least favorite thing ever. Alright. I think that's the list. We've been going for 30 minutes now. That's longer than anyone really should talk about Total Drama, probably. But hey, you watched it this far, so that's on you, big guy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to like and leave a comment. And as always, this is me, Youre on mic. Nah, I can't freaking talk. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment. And as always, this is me, Youre mic, signing out.